Joining me now from London is Wadah Khanfar. He is the founder of the Sharq Forum and the former Director General of Al Jazeera. Wadah, thank you for joining us from London. Now, it's been 2 months since the Qatar crisis started. How did we get here, and what are the roots of this diplomatic rift in the Gulf?
I think a region like ours has been going through transformation during the last few years, especially after the Arab Spring. The Arab Spring was an earthquake strategically in the region. Some countries who have not gone through this experience have decided to fight back. So they sponsored counter-revolutions in Egypt, in Libya, in Yemen, and in many other places in the region. And the idea was that if you fight against the Arab Spring, you save your position, you save your monarchies and your regimes. The rich countries, in this case the Saudis and the Emiratis, of course, have been spending generously against the Arab Spring, and they have sponsored a lot of coups. I mean, the Egyptian coup, of course, Sisi 2013, then Haftar in Libya, and of course in Yemen. So the situation is a direct investment against the Arab Spring. Since Trump has arrived to power, they felt that the golden moment has arrived as well. Therefore, they can settle all the account of the Arab Spring. Qatar is not a democracy, but Qatar has never fought against the Arab Spring. And they wanted Qatar to join them in this crusade.
Wadah, tell us the role Turkey has played throughout this crisis and how it has changed the calculus of all the players involved.
The geopolitical map of the region during the last few years has been very confusing for one major reason. I think the clash between the two major regional actors, Turkey and Iran, has been taking place in Syria and in Iraq for the last few years. And of course, that created as well much worse ramifications, which is the sectarian language, which we have heard during the last few years. And of course, Saudis as well, on the other hand, they have been fighting in a way or another a proxy war against the Iranians, that the Iranians are doing the same, especially in Yemen. So the complication in the region has led to a situation where there is no architecture, a regional architecture that could create some stability in the region. Now, after this situation that we have seen, I can talk about one clear axis that has been formed. Bloc of states, Saudis, Emiratis, the Bahrainis, and the Egyptians have formed a bloc, an axis. So this bloc has been officially now launched through this kind of initiative against Qatar. But on the other hand, the other bloc, which is supposed to be counterbalancing this, has never been born. So my prediction would be that a country like Iran and Turkey, although they disagree on Egypt and on Syria, but they agree that not a single actor should reshape the Middle East, and therefore they have taken a position against the escalation of these countries against Qatar. So, in my opinion, a new dynamic is going to emerge in the next few months, where the other actors, especially the Turks and the Iranians, will start talking to each other and try to find a solution, especially in Syria, which has become very complicated and dangerous. And I do feel that both parties, if they do not sit together and find a solution on Syria, they are actually losing the initiative, because the Russians have their own agenda now, which is not necessarily in line with the Iranian agenda.
But Wadah, hold on a sec. Could it not be too early to say that Turkey and Iran could enter into an alliance despite resistance on both sides?
It could be too early. If you think so, that might be true. Some people do believe that, the psychological gap as well has grown too far because of the sectarian language in the region, because of a lot of problems. But I argue that there are national interest issues for both countries that maybe make them come together. One of them is the Kurds, for example. Two countries have declared officially they are not favoring a separation of the Kurdish territories in Iraq, independence, and also in North Syria. So this is one issue that they might come up together in order to start resolving. The other issue is actually about the future of Syria, as I said. Both of them are losing initiatives in Syria.
Wadah Khanfar, thank you for joining us from London.
Thank you very much.